Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. We are chugging along. Why is this number not looking great? No, it's back up to 100. I need to keep an eye on that. That should not go down. Anyway, we're chugging along, trying to get ourselves to a point where we can automate oil imports, which is pretty close by. I think we've already sent our ship on the way to go and fix this. Not yet, so let's quickly head over there and have a look. I believe we are ready to do it. Ship designer. Cool. I don't think that was that the case before? Oh yeah, it's the same as before. Anyway, head on out and go and fix that oil rig. The other thing I thought I'd have a quick look at is should we have a bit of a look at updating our town layout? And I think the answer to that is yes. So can I update and put some farms in here? We'll have the water close by as well. So I think that's going to be great. So let's have a quick look. Let's do the farm upgrade here. Irrigated farms is what we have. Actually, let's have a quick look at the research. Ship delivered cargo to oil rig. Let's have a quick look at the research. Moving us through here. Do we have more advanced farms available somewhere? Wheat farming, processing, burner, corn farming. Do we have, where's farm level 3? Farm level 3. I don't see anything. Right? We don't see it, right? Settlement power. Yes, that's something that we can get to fairly quickly. Pause it while we quickly spend some time here. We've got the food market. We've got larger storage. Actually, let's head straight away into larger storage. And we do need to do better maintenance and ship's weapons. All of these things. I want it. Electric boiler. Interesting. Gas combustion, settlement power, desalination for better water production. Corn farming. Got all kinds of farming stuff down here. Large generator. Trains. Recycling. I think that's where we'll start using recyclables. Larger vehicles. Here's machine parts construction parts 3, which is a useful one to have. We've got some steel smelting going on here. Oh, we had iron smelting. It's not, so we didn't have steel. Fertilizers. I don't know. Water recovery. All kinds of things, but I'm not seeing the next level of farming. So we may as well, canola, biodiesel, food packing, hospitals. Where is the next level of farms? I mean, hydrogen cell technology. Wow, this is getting cool. This is getting so cool. Sugarcane. My goodness, this is extreme. Mega vehicles, hydrogen mega vehicles. Where is the next level of farming? Huh? What is it? No, it can't be. Can't be all that way in, right? If we looked at upgrading, this is downgrading. Food production. We don't seem to have anything else. So is irrigated farm just the last one? Okay, well, anyway, if it is, so what we'll do with this, we want to input on this side and output on that side. So that's our 3 wide, right? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have a bit of a look here at settlement, the food market, basically. We could also move water up here as well. So maybe what we'll do, I'll pop in. The problem with moving water up here is that we don't necessarily have anywhere to tie in. So what I'll do is I'll just leave one open. We'll go with the food market in the second one. And then do we do waste collection next to that? Let's do that. Food market there. Waste collection maybe over here. So at least we do, because we could do 2 versions of the food market as well. So let's do that as a starting point. Okay. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we've got, what we'll do is we'll run we'll keep this as a kind of a key pathway. Okay, so we'll keep something like that in place. So now let's go back to our farming. Okay, so irrigated farm, I'm thinking we'll flip it around. Let's just see where that goes up to. And I'm thinking the idea here is that we'll do, I mean, this will be great, right? So let's do 1, 2, and 3. And the plan is, right, this needs to be sufficient. Alternatively, let's sorry, I'm just thinking about something a little bit different. If we, instead of doing it that way, run it down here, I mean, we could also just still do some stuff over there, but I'm kind of tempted to just grow the settlement in that direction. So if that's the case, yeah, well, even all of that means we don't quite have sufficient room here. Now it makes me kind of wonder whether if we do something like this, well, let's start it off on that side, really. So we want to be giving ourselves a little bit of room here to make sure that we can run some pipes in this area. If we did like 2 of them like so. Okay, let's try and pop it in. Okay, yes. Then we want a path down the middle here. Let's just make sure, I'm going to try and line it up properly, right? Try and keep it. Let's do that. Well, let's do this so we can actually run them on both sides, okay? We'll do that, and then this one doesn't fit until later. But I guess that's kind of the plan. And so now I'm kind of wondering whether we go and do this one, and instead of having the food production over here, we have it in the middle. So cancel that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and build this one, please. And at the same time, I'm thinking, can we close this one out? Okay, let's just get that one built. Right? No one is coming in. We're not getting new people. Okay, so open that one up for business. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually just I want to close this one down. Excellent. So that's fine. So with that one closed down, now we can demolish it, get it out of the way there. And I'll pay for getting it removed. Okay, so now with that out of the way, I'm thinking now waste. I mean, ultimately, I want to. Oh, actually, we're running down here. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. There's still plenty for us to do. So cancel this one. Move it to the edge. Just moving it over just a little bit. So we'll put it over there. We'll still have room for water if we want to put water over here. And then food market, I'm going to put the food market up in that one, or alternatively, even in the next one. But we'll need to build it to get it done. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do for now. For the time being, I think we've got a reasonable amount of food ready to go there, right? Got both of these finishing off, and I think once they get their next batch out, I'm gonna so there's both of them out. So go ahead and pause it there, and go ahead and pause this one here. Both of them are heading out, so we'll quickly get those out, and then we'll clear out a little bit over here. Yeah. So okay, that's the plan. We'll get now that once that's all cleared out. So that's all cleared out. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove these two. Right. Excellent. We'll get rid of that, and that will be used to go in this way. Similarly, we'll get rid of the vehicle ramp. All of those are cleared out, right? We'll get rid of all of this, all of that. Okay. Nice. Get all of that out. Still a little bit left over here that we need to get rid of. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then that next one can come out. Beautiful. Okay, get all of that out of the way. I'm kind of tempted to add the extra housing complex in here. Let's go ahead and build this one. So let's do that. We'll get that one built so that I can get rid of this one. We'll go ahead and pause that. So this one is gonna pick up here. And now what I'll do is I will demolish on this side. So we'll get rid of that. This still has a fair bit of room in there. But once we've cleared this one out, we can get the rest going. And now, yeah, I think that's going to be okay. We can ultimately still extend here a little bit, get some other stuff going. But I think that's the real plan for us. So the idea being that we're going to run in the middle. So I guess what we're after, we don't necessarily have. So what I'm planning, right, is I want to do multiple. So give me storage, water storage. We'll just do a small water storage, kind of at each location like this, right? So go ahead, build that one for us. I'm really doing the thing now. Unity that up for me as well. Then we'll grab this one there, and we will go ahead and build this one, and we'll go ahead and build that one, and that should at least so we can start growing some stuff, right? Some mountain control tower has no designated areas, so let's have a look. Yeah, this one is important for us to keep going on. So we're moving fairly quickly here. So let's quickly have a look at our mining designation. So my view is now I want to I guess we can do that, right? So they can start to kind of build those out. But the idea here really is, so let's quickly switch on the layer. The idea here is we'll kind of trim back here. Or maybe what we'll do is we'll keep that in play. Well, so if we do this, right? So the idea is I can't go too close here, right? So I guess maybe that's the level, right? And then what we'll do is we'll dig in that way. Yeah, I think that's about right. Similarly, but I think first things first, we're going to dig down here. So if we so we have ourselves, okay, let's do a 3 wide, and then the plan would be flip it, and we're gonna rotate it. Yes, so now we're gonna do maybe down to that level. Let's see. So we don't actually want to go too deep that way, right? Okay, so trim that one back, right? And what we'll do is we'll try and keep this one at this level, right? And what we'll do is we'll just start going down over here. Okay, so let's do that. So let's do something like that and see what that looks like. I'm not sure if that's smart, but let's see. So hopefully that gives us a fair bit more to work on. At least the guys should be able to do some stuff. Farm has no crop aside. Okay, beautiful. That's right. And we're getting water picked up in this area. So now we want a crop assign straight away. I guess we'll do this one and then we'll rotate into that one, right? As per usual. We'll do a very similar setup on. I'm kind of tempted that we actually need to run. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut this one, move it over by just a tad, like that, because the plan is I'm going to run a pipe through here. So let's quickly do that. I'm having it paused at the moment just so that we can. And presumably, let's get to 2 so that we can also run. We can run them on the top. We can run it on the top. No need for us to do that. We can run them over the top of each other. And then what I'll do is I'll also get a container. I'm just going to do the fluid container here. I'm going to do that. And we're going to do... Oh, no. Okay, well, what we'll do is let's cancel that. Did it cancel the whole thing? It did. It's okay. Try it again. Give me the pipe. And what we'll do is we'll run this one over here and there. And then we'll go... Oh, it doesn't want to do it from there. Well, what we'll do then is we'll just do that, right? There we go. Kind of... Yeah, it's okay. That's fine. That's going to be fine. So that's the first one. Crop has been selected, right? Okay, so crop has been selected and we've got all of that going. I'm just keen on getting this one emptied out. And then we can build the next block and make sure we have that one. Well, we don't need it all the way there, right? So let's get a nice big. Let's have a look at vehicle ramp. So if we go with this guy, or what is the even bigger one? I'll do that, right? Oh, the bigger one is higher. I don't think that's necessary. Maybe just this one. But I want it nice and centered, right? So how many spaces? That's one. That's 2. That's about 3. So it needs to be about here to be nice and centered. And what I'll do is I'll run it like this. So we've got... Actually, I'll run it like that. Or even... Yeah, so let's do this as the... and it's not quite what I had in mind. But anyway, it's fine. I want to make sure that we're providing... so please do... No, go back. That's what we want. In there and that way. Yeah, perfect. Just fill up the plan all the way to the end there, right? Just keep that one in mind. Okay, so that's the plan. Then the idea here is we'll run probably alongside here. We'll run some flat. Well, what are we doing? This isn't flat conveyor, right? I'm thinking we do it like this, right? Where can we? Yeah, something like this, right? So we'll run that as a straight line through that way. Okay, so let's keep it in there. And then the plan being that we do it up to about here and then in there. I think that's fine. Let's set... Oh, hang on. If we wanted to keep this nice and tight, okay, let's actually not do that then. Let's see, what is this size? So let's clear this one out. And what we're trying to achieve here is we want to Keep it nice and tight. So if we were to use that line and that line, there we go. So now we can build the extra piece in here. So let's me sorry, the extra ramp, and we'll start with a small one, and we'll provide. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, we'll have to do no. Well, then, if we're gonna keep it along the same line, like this, for instance, I just want to double back and make a couple of changes here. I just want to run this one one back so that we have room to get another in there. No, don't do that. I'm after this one, please. Okay, I need to trim that back by just one more. Okay, now we'll try that. So now at least we'll be able to run a second one in there if we needed to. And then we'll have the same. So excellent. So that is the plan. That is the plan. That gives us a little bit of expandability. Plus, we can probably add a couple of extras in here if we need to. So let us go ahead and get a few of these things built. So actually, please build this and this and that and that. Okay, that's all good. And what we'll do is we'll also add this one in there, and we'll make sure to build that one also. Okay, and then maybe we'll spend a bit of Unity to just get some segments of this sorted out. Food market has no product assigned. Okay, we want at least... What do you mean? We want this assigned, right? Can we... Oh, do we need multiple? I thought the food market could have... Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll have some potatoes running this way soon. I'm quite comfortable to get the rest of this built. 3 harvest that has nothing to harvest. Let's have a look. Where did we end up going? Oh, we harvested all of that. That's beautiful. I may leave that little cluster in there. I don't mind that too much. We'll leave some of that in play. What I think we will do is actually, well, if we wanted to expand, maybe let's go ahead and just clear out some more trees over there. We'll leave that in place. And what I might do is I might then just do a little bit of a cut out through there. And we might just, trim in a little bit over here as well. Yeah, so let's do a few spots like that. Get the tree harvester to just clean out a few little bits and pieces still. Okay, so that's still all underway. Now, I'm quite comfortable for us to make a start on all of this as well, and that one. And we can start building this guy. What does this guy actually cost? So that's about the same, right? Or is these that are a little bit less? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, and what we'll do is we will clear out this one. Okay, so we're actually getting this stuff to move out, right? So let's do that. Anyway, we've got the food in there, and this guy is busy producing over here. I'm guessing we can run other stuff in there as well. So I guess that's the plan, right? To do something like this. What we don't have is the storages. Okay. I think the plan here would be that we need to build some storages in between. We are working on storage too, so give me 1 second and we'll come back to that. So let's go with potatoes and the green manure. We'll go with that, and that should get us up and running pretty quickly. Is this... Yeah, so I think we're filling this up with water pretty quickly. This guy is running most of the time, but we shouldn't have any shortages of water, I think. Ultimately, we shouldn't have any shortage of water. What we don't have is any storage of these things, but I guess we could quite comfortably put loose storage in like this, right? And even, well, not over here, basically. could do something like this. That's not going to be a problem. I think that'll work. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have a bit of a look. Maybe we'll add storage in there and then more storage is in here to make sure that we've got quite a bit of a backlog going. I just want to make sure that we're comfortable with this. What I think we need to do is let's empty out the wood over here and let's make sure to start emptying out the iron on these sides as well, just so that we're slowly clearing this out. But because this thing has to go, even though we may just turn it this way so that we can still kind of process that a little bit. We do need to actually we do need to do that. So let's quickly, this one, let's clear that one out as well. Okay, so the research is done. I just want to have a look. So now that we've got the extra storage, right? That is it the same size? It's exactly the same size. So the plan here being that I think we can comfortably just place it in there, right? So as soon as this guy's gone through here, okay, so we've got a couple of these guys emptying out that way. That's fine. I'll wait for the next one to do that too. Still full over here. Lots of food available. I'll just make sure to put maybe a couple of storages in here. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I'm going to just trim this back, put a couple of storages in here. Okay, so that guy's done. I'm going to pause it for a second while we quickly just trim out that section through there. I'll pay with it, try to get rid of it with Unity. And then I'm picking up a big, multiple large loose storages. Okay, so if we do 1, 2, like so, and then that should be able to tie in there pretty easily. And I'll do a bit of a Unity build to get these guys up and running. And then that should be really good for us in terms of our food production. So this is going to be potatoes, and this is going to be potatoes. And I guess that should be quite good. How much is that? That's 400. That's 800 potatoes ready to go straight away. And of course, what we can do is we can build the other one as well, and we can start filling that up nicely. Okay, I guess that's fine. I'm going to run the water through that way too. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead. This guy's struggling to empty out. But anyway, what I'll do is I will assign the construction here. I will assign this construction as well. So please go ahead and build that. I'll get all of this built also. So please go and build all of that. We'll run this a little bit wider, right? Just to make sure we've got room for the other stuff there. And we'll also do this. Oh, actually, hang on. I'm going to trim this back to there. Cancel that one as well. I do want a basic fluid storage on this side also, right? So the idea is that, and the idea is basically that, right? So that's the plan here. So the rest of the guys can kind of go around, but that's ultimately what we're after. So please build this, please build that, and this little slither here might not be constructible, so I'll just do that. Okay, perfect. So these guys will now comfortably put the part in there. Now, what can we? The question here for me is, right, so this is what I will do is let's get rid of this, right? While this guy still slowly, well, it should still slowly. So let's pause this one for the time being while that one kind of feeds everybody. We'll grab ourselves the extra housing slot here. We'll go ahead and build that, no problems. Okay. There's a few other things, bits and pieces I need to do. There's a lot I need to get around to. So what I was thinking, do we get this one to do veggies, right? And we do 2 food markets. One gets veggies and the other one, and we'll just get them next to each other here. Let's get the other food market set up like so. Yeah, that should work, right? And then if we make this one vegetables, veggies goes in on that side, I think. And if we have a look here, this storage container can take vegetables. So if we go two big ones here, yeah, that should have done a little bit better than that. And then we'll tie that one in there, and then we can basically start bringing veggies through this way as well. So grab me. So let's run vegetables here, and vegetables will be, and then we'll do that one, right? I'm kind of wondering whether that is in fact the right way of doing it, but I'm not going to be too bothered by that. We'll go in there, underneath here, and go up to there, please, and like so, right? And so now we've got a vegetable production at the same time. Okay. So this guy should have water coming in straight away, no problems. We don't have any fertilizers just yet, but water should be coming in. Kind of wondering whether we've got sufficient amounts of water here, or whether we need to do some more with the captured water or something. But at least, I mean, we're storing water for additional water for each one of these, and we'll slowly kind of build that in there. This guy will be slowly consuming food while this one should kind of just hang around. No, 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 no. Don't, no, 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 no. None of that. None of that. Trucks cannot import. We're trying to empty it out. Actually, you know what? Just switch this one on. And what we'll do is we'll delete this one. And what it'll do is it'll allow them to come and drop it off over here, right? So yeah, let's just do that instead. Go and drop it off on this side. Yeah, that's going to be easier. Okay, so that's it. So that's a bit of an update here. So now we'll start seeing veggies coming out. We may as well go ahead and build the rest of this so that we can then also assign that to be vegetables. And that gives us additional supplies of Unity. I'm still keen on getting rid of some of this stuff. Maybe what I'll do is I will make this one wood, and then the guys can move that over here, and we can slowly start to clear this out so that we can get a second veggie farm in here also. That's kind of the plan. Okay, that has been a lot of rejigging of what we've got here. This guy should have... Yeah, we've got veggies ready to go. We're just waiting for the rest of this to be built. This one, I would like to make sure we've got an alert when it is empty. It's fine. This one needs to have an alert when it's empty as well. If I can find that. Where was the alert? Where's this alert? This alert is there. This one, oh, okay. So this one is veggies, and that one is veggies also, right? Veggies. Here comes the veggies. Yeah, okay, veggies already. Now, when this one is empty, please notify. So anyway, it's just so that we have a bit of an advanced warning that is in fact happening. Okay, so at least that gives us a nice big chunk of update here with the... So now we've got a lot of flexibility with how we're going to grow in this area. We can slowly start getting rid of some of these bits and pieces. So clear that out for us. We'll continue to capture a bit of water here while we have these facilities here. They can just be there and people can just grab them. Okay. So now we've got better storages here. Now we're filling this up and all of that's filled up. None of this is working because everything is filled up. We've got more than what we need. This is happening, and these guys are slowly mining their way away here, right? Right. We've got tons of stuff that we're trying to get rid of here. So mine all of that out, right? And as this goes, keep moving it out, right? Keep moving all of this stuff out. So I guess we can assign a couple of extra trucks here, right? Give me 6 trucks there. That's fine. Let's build a few more trucks. And I was thinking the small excavator has no fuel. So what we can also do is we can assign yet another truck over here to go and do that. And then what we can also do is we can add even more to the mix over here. So add another one in here and another couple of trucks over there so that we start doing even more with coal. Get it ready to go, basically. That is all good, right? All of this is moving. Okay, let's build. Have I got a few things in the queue here? Yeah, I do. So that's fine. Keep going. Okay, so we've got a bit of a fuel shortage with it, but I think we'll sort that out. These guys are moving along. This is busy. Let's just see where our dumping looks like. So our dumping designation is beautiful. Beautiful. We're almost to a point where we can get that to move. Now, if we had a look at textures and the likes, can we can remove surface and so on. Was kind of wondering whether we'd go whether what it would look like if we did this. But we also have we have structural elements, right? Oh, trees, nice. We do have structural elements, right? We've got retaining walls, which are, I mean, I don't think we're gonna run. Are we able to run retaining walls like this? I don't think we need to, right? If we look at the other side, this guy has its own. It goes over the top of it. Okay, fine. So that's fine. We don't need anything more significant than that. They can just continue to dump this so that we can go ahead and build our stuff. Okay. So what's the next step of this? Research and build cargo depot 2 and attach it with a fluid module. So cargo depot 2, I think we have researched, right? Let's just have a quick look. Go back to where we're at the moment. Wow, it's all the way back here. Cargo depot 2. Oh, cargo depot. Where's cargo depot 2? I'm not sure. Hang on. It says cargo depot 2, right? We've got cargo depot. And that's cargo depot 2. Right? Why? Why did they want us to research that? So this one can be researched. No, it can't. We're still missing construction parts 3. So why are we saying, oh, cargo depot? Okay. Research and build a cargo depot and attach it with a fluid module. So I guess that research is done, right? We've got cargo depot already up and running. What is this food market? This one can store multiple types of products. Yeah, okay. I guess it's an important one at some point. Let's go ahead and grab maintenance 2 while we're not researching anything. Okay, so now let's have a look. So now we've got the cargo depot potentially coming in play. So where do we have this? This is the shipyard. So cargo depot then. Here we go. Cargo docks. Cargo depot 2. Okay, so we can. So there we go. So that's basically. Is this workable? Ocean access is blocked. Okay, so this one here, it seems to be pretty reasonable. So if we pop it in there, right? I think that'll be useful. And then we can start running whatever we are going to do over here and add a fluid module to it. Right, and I guess what we do is we continue to expand it and we add more fluid modules to it, or what do we do? Anyway, what I think we do is we'll just build it. Oh, we need 2 fluid modules. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's add 2 fluid modules to it. And what we can then do is we can go ahead and construct that. I'm assuming we have everything we need for that construction to start. So that's the starting point for our proper future refinery setup, right? But loose modules, unit modules, all these kind of things for further further action. But at the moment, I guess that's okay. We're digging this guy out in as quickly as we can to try and make that happen. We still have sand available here, but obviously sand will run out at some point. Yeah. Okay. So all of that's good. These guys are doing their thing. What's happening over here? This is empty, right? So let's get rid of that guy. Okay. Then these guys, I'm thinking I want to just kind of twist it to this direction, right? So what I'll do is this one is empty fairly soon as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this setup here, copy this setup here, like so. We're going to flip it on its edge like this. We're going to build it there, right? I'm going to go ahead and clear out all of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and clear out all of that, right? And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and build this one. And what we need to do is we just need to make sure that we're actively sorting out these things. So what I'll also want to do here is I'll want a bit of a splitter, right? So not loose, flat. We'll want a sorter. Yeah, so I guess the plan is that we'll have a sorter in there. So this guy goes in there. This guy goes in there, right? And then once we get those together, one goes in there. Okay, so product is iron and product is copper, right? Not too sure how that's supposed to work at the moment. So let's make sure we build all of this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple of these, kind of the smaller storage units here. And we'll just do that and that. And the plan is really just to, wish I knew how that one ends up working, to be honest. Just go there and there and there. Okay, perfect. So how do I, which one sorts, which direction goes which direction? Please build all of this for me as well. We need to end this episode. I guess I need to unpause these two so they can start running. But I'm keen on understanding, what are you filtering? Oh. So you're just filtering that one, right? So you're filtering that one out. That way the others are going in the other direction. You're doing both of these, so you're creating we need an extra recipe in here as well. So it's impure copper is what we're after here. Oh, interesting. So impure copper is the additional recipe. So once we've got that in place anyway, they can go and run that way. So that's filtering off the iron in that general direction. So that's okay. Keep going. Could have maybe brought that forward a little bit, but I guess that's okay. We don't need that straight away. What I just want to make sure we do is that we keep doing this. Oh, hang on. Is that we keep burning these things so that we can just empty it out. I don't think we ultimately need this setup. It's just to make sure that we continue to use whatever we've got in here. And this is copper and impure copper and all these kind of things. Have your cargo ship import crude oil from the oil rig. Okay, so is that done? We've got all of this done. Oh, here's my cargo ship, a tiny little cargo ship. I guess I can expand it, make it bigger, all these kind of things. So for the time being, I'm kind of wondering about my entire setup here. So this one is just kind of maybe our backup supply. Maybe that's all that this one is our backup supply. And the next one needs to kind of run how? Down here somewhere? I don't know. But what is clear is that we're going to need some massive fuel storages. So let's quickly get rid of these dumping designations up to here where we're kind of done with them. Yeah, so that's our reclaimed area. Okay, so that's good. Vegetables low, loose storage too. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so get back to storage. Give me my large fluid storage. I guess what we'll do is we will give ourselves a little bit of room here, right? And we'll do massive tanks like that, right? And then what we'll need to do is we'll need to build a little bridge. Where's my vehicle bridge? I'm going with this one. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. And then what from here? Well, let's go ahead and is that? Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Let's just make a start on that. Get that one built, and then we'll want this. So if I go back to pipes, right? So for fluid, we should now have pipe 2, but pipe 2, well, pipe 2 might be the right call here. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that, and we'll do that. Excellent. So that'll be pipe 2. So that's going to use a fair bit of these chunks that we've got. So go ahead and build that for us. So at least that's going to start bringing in enormous amounts of crude oil. Okay, so how do I go about doing that? Have your cargo ship import crude oil. So I guess we go here and we say, oh, okay, so there's lots of crude oil there. Visit the ship orders. What? Is that as simple as that? What is this guy? Oh, okay. So what does this one say? Waiting until there's enough cargo to pick up. Okay, fine. So we just reduce ship speed and save fuel. So this one needs to be, yeah, okay. So this one needs to be filled up with fuel as well, please. So please do that. This is filled up with fuel at the moment. So the rest will do. Okay. So what we probably should do, I'm just keeping an open mind here. We should probably push these even further. So cancel that one and cancel this one. I'm going to go with pipe 2 and we're going to do that. And we're going to run it up there. And like so, right? And now we're going to unpause those again because now at least we can bring a pipe with some fuel back here so that we can really start automating that process. Okay, I think we're gonna kind of call it a day, but let's quickly have a look at what's going on here. So this guy has got almost okay. So that'll have 200 ready in just a jiffy. Then the ship will go and grab it. And we'll slowly start bringing our crude oil in here. Yeah, so this is fully loading itself up. But yeah, we'll have to see how we better automate this process. I mean, I guess let's have a quick look where we're at with regards to cutting down of trees. We're still cutting down over there. The ones over here has kind of been moved out. So I guess what I'm keen on doing is let's start opening up this area a little bit more so that we're ready to go. I guess this guy will be moving shortly. Yeah, bring all of this stuff. Beautiful. Excellent. So now this is all ready to go and bring in some major amounts of crude oil. Let's quickly see. So how much do you have ready to go? Oh, you've got sufficient. So why is this ship not doing anything? Round trip duration 180, 140 per single journey. So what is this? Select the fuel type. Depart now. Request the ship to depart immediately to avoid further waiting. Available to pick up. How much does the ship actually hold? Oh, 500. 2 times 500. Ah, okay. So we only need about 500 at the moment. Yeah, okay. So that's why it's not going. It's effectively saving the fuel. We don't want to make an empty trip, basically. Okay, well, we'll give it a couple more minutes. We're going to have this episode go a little bit longer. Let's see what our stockpiles look like in terms of vegetables. So vegetables, not great. I mean, we've got a reasonable supply, and it's obviously people are, I guess, getting happier due to the fact food is so vegetables is giving us some extra, some extra pieces here. Oil rig. Don't quite know what all of this is about, but anyway, basically we're out of people, right? We've only got one spare worker. And we've got room for more people, so we can get more people to move in. But I guess we're going to need more food for them if we're going to make that work, basically. Yeah, we can flip the other one around, put it in here. So this is emptied out. Nice. Anything else that needs to be picked up over here? No, that's emptied. So I guess that's fine. I'm not sure we're going to get any more of that stuff. So this guy we can empty. And I think we can lock these up, right? Yeah. So we can empty this out to where? Just want to have a quick look at it. So impure copper. Is this impure copper? No, this is... So we need to basically drop it off directly over here. This is impure copper in this spot. So, can we? Let's get a small storage. I'm going to place it right there. Tie it in. I don't like that. Close that out. Try and do that again. Do that. Make this impure copper. Okay. Build this and get this guy to please, import everything you can, so that we can at least kind of slowly get the impure copper sorted out from that side, so we can slowly get it into the mix over here. We're dropping down a little bit over here. What's our situation with maintenance 2? Waiting for products. I think products are not okay. We need to up this. That number is way too low. Where are we making those guys? Over here. Is it because this is still assembly 1s? Okay, well, what we can do, I'm thinking we'll add the extra one here. And at the same time, what we'll do is we'll just we'll extend that one in there. We'll extend that one in there, and we will go ahead and build all of that, please. Can we get this moving? Not enough workers. I guess that's okay. I can switch off the workers from the research at the moment, or at least from one of them. So switch that one off. There's some workers back, and we can slowly start to move a little quicker on some of these. This is completely full, so really that should hopefully give us a little bit more. We don't want to run out of maintenance. That's the last thing we want. I think everything else is in pretty good shape to recover straight away. Okay, let's see. Is our ship on away? Our ship is away. Okay, once our ship comes back and with our very first load of crude, can't actually see what's happening with the ship, but it should be making its journey back, and then we'll get our very first load of crude, and this it'll basically fill these up a little bit, I think, because from a crude perspective, yeah, here it comes straight away, and we're getting our first load of crude. So this is pipe 2, so it should be moving pretty quickly, right? Yeah, there we go. It should be filling up the first 2. On both sides, it should be filling these up. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So that's it. Collect our reward, which is, wow, lots and lots of construction parts. So it's only the food alerts that we've got going on at the moment. Excellent. So that's filling up nicely. And that will continue to give us reasonable amounts of crude oil. So now we can really start potentially just doing an improved version of the refinery so that we can... I'm kind of wondering whether we just leave that as is and we just start filling this. And that's ready to go until we get the better research going. I think that's maybe what I'll do. But guys, anyway, it's been a long episode, almost an hour. I should have cut this one earlier. We're probably going to close these out and make sure we add an extra farm, an extra vegetable farm here. And that should give us a reasonable supply of food. At the moment, I mean, we're not nowhere near starving, but yeah, we probably need a little bit more. We need more workers. So we need to start getting more people coming in. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.